My favorite moment of the season was beating St. Thomas in 6 overtimes because everyone was so tired whether playing or not. There were so many ups and downs, so when we finally won and everyone stormed the field, it was just raw emotion. And I felt like all the work that we put in during the off-season, fall camp, was worth it right then, and it was unlike any victory that I've been a part of. And to spend it with these guys, this group of players, was just unforgettable for me.
My most enduring memory about St. Ole football is the concept of family. You know, people talk about family all the time, and it can mean many different things to many different people. You know, since I've been here all my 4 years, you know, I've been embraced by every player, and I've tried to embrace every player. And when we're on the field, if someone makes a bad play, you know, we don't hold it against them because we know we're brothers, you know, and it translates to off the field. You know, when you're out and about at a school function or in class, like, you always try to help people out. It has created a close-knit group of people that I know will be my friends forever, and that is what has made football, for me at St. Olaf, so great. You know, with families, time and leadership skills. You know, being brothers in arms is pretty much how I would describe my emotions for people on this team, and I believe that enduring quality will definitely remain with me forever.
Alright, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the best practice from last season. I can remember it was a cold practice. It was probably around 30 degrees, and we got out there probably about 20 minutes before practice started. And I was standing out there with Coach O, and we saw a deer out in the distance. It was about over on Cedar Ave there, so we were good 300 yards away from it. And all of a sudden, I turn around and I hear just sprinting. I turn back around. Coach O was just sprinting after this deer, full speed across 2 football fields, runs up the hill after, obviously not going to catch the deer at all. When he came back, I said, "Hey, how do your hamstrings feel?" Me knowing a little bit about injured hamstrings, and he said, "They're probably going to hurt tomorrow." And so I talked to him the next day, and he was barely walking. So that was one of the most memorable practices that I can remember from last season.
I think that the most memorable part of the season for me was our double overtime win against Gustavus. We were coming off of a 4-game losing streak, and we had just lost a tough one to St. John's. And as anybody will tell you, a loss to St. John's hurts, but an overtime loss to St. John's really stings. So we were kind of feeling a little down, and we go out there against Gustavus, and I always have a little rivalry with Gustavus because both of my siblings graduated from there, so it's nice to beat them every year. And things aren't looking good, and we pull a couple plays out of nowhere, a screen pass that went for about 60 yards. Before you know, we're in overtime again. And little confidence was shaken after last week's overtime loss to St. John's, but we came out there and we really busted our rear ends. And it showed the character that this team had built over the season, and how even when we knew we weren't going to go to the playoffs and the season was taking a turn for the worse, we picked each other up and we motivated our teammates, and we got the job done. And I think that's really what this team has always been about.
The best times here at St. Olaf for playing football here was going up to the Concordia Moorhead trips and spending all the time with our buddies, sleeping in the rooms with some of your best friends, eating all you can eat, especially from Coach O. We all appreciated it, Coach. And also the infamous, indoor golf. Just really everyone becoming a team. It was just, some of the best times that I've ever had, and I just really appreciated that, and I think I took that most to heart.
I'm going to talk about our community outreach as a team, and the first one I want to talk about is the Halloween haunted houses we threw the first 3 years of our career, and just the memories I've gained from it, just sending kids home crying and with very little candy, sometimes even parents crying. Ended up being mostly just students coming down that we would call and going through, and because that was a little more appropriate for that age level. And the second one I want to talk about was coaching for the flag football team in town, and how much that affected me. I eventually wanted to become a coach and just run around with the little kids and with teammates was a very beneficial experience for me this season. So thanks guys for helping out with that, and keep working in the community.
So over the years, I know we've all come really close. It's kind of to the point now where we can
Finish each other's sentences?
Yeah, I was.
Just gonna say that?
Yeah, actually. But anyway, for example, I know like camp, as much fun as it is, there's no way any of us could get through it without each other, and there's no one closer to you than your teammates during camp. And right, and the volleyball team. It's nice having them there too. But and then it's really as cliche it is, we really are like a family. Like we come home from a hard day of class, and Kelsey's making dinner, and Eddie needs help with his homework. But I guess I just want to say thank you to everyone for these last 4 years, from best 4 years of my life. And young guys, goes by fast. Hang on to your buddies. I'll be there forever.
All right, I'm going to talk about football. As everyone knows, I got hurt middle of the season, but fortunately I got back and I was able to come back for the last game. And after the season was over, I kind of thought about how I was really blessed to be able to come back and play, because I really got to end the season how I thought in my head I wanted to end it. And I know a lot of guys on the team didn't get to finish the season. They got hurt and they weren't able to play in their last game. So I just want to make sure everyone remembers to work as hard as you can every single day, whether it's in practice, lifting, running, or a game, because stuff happens and you never know what play will be your last play. So make sure you give it your all.
Now that we kind of touched on the football and the family part. Oh, hey, Derek, what are you doing?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just put them down. Put them down on your laps. All right. All right, I'm gonna continue. Now about the faith part, and I was just gonna. There.
Just keep going.
All right.
I got it.
And then so anyways, the faith part. And okay, Brian, I'm not gonna keep going if Derek keeps.
I'm sorry. I'm done.
Wait, are you done?
I'm done.
Are you sure?
Done.
Okay. All right. So the faith part. All right. So there's a lot of different meanings, especially at St. Olaf when you talk about faith. You have the spiritual faith, and you have faith in your teammates, and you have faith in the system. And like Derek was talking about, he had a lot of faith in his teammates, especially when he gets hurt. And there's teammates that can step in and take the position that he was playing, and there's always someone around him that can pick him up. And that's really what football is about. And Ryan was talking about family and how it all comes together, and you have brotherhood. And then we move on. You have faith, your spiritual faith, which really keeps you going, and was really important to me. And we had, during 2 days we went to church as a team. The whole team went to. There's 3 different churches we got to go to, and it was a really good experience for us to go out and actually exercise our spiritual faith. And also before every single game, we said the Lord's Prayer beforehand. That really means a lot. And when Mike was here as well, we also said it after the game. And so it's something that keeps on continuing in the St. Olaf program, was the spiritual faith part. And then finally we have the faith in the system. And especially going into this year, we have a new coach coming in, and there's a lot of uncertainty of what it's going to be like, who's the new coach, what is it going to be like. And it's faith, again, with the teammates and the system itself and the assistant coaches to bring it all together. And to have a great season like we did, and like we did, such a strong finish. We started strong, we ended strong, and it was really a great end to our season. And I know I can speak as part of all the seniors in saying that, it was a great end to our senior season, and I couldn't expect anything less. So.
Should breakdown.
Yeah, we better.
One last breakdown.
Yeah, we better get one more breakdown. All right, we're gonna go. Let's go family on 3. All right, guys.
Like 1, 2, 3, then family.
Or 1, 2, family, then 3.
I don't think anyone has ever done it like that before. I think you just made everyone stupid for watching that part.
3 then family.
All right.
1, 2, 3.